I want you to know that Gary understands this. Prime Minister Harper understands this, and of course I understand this. Our government as a whole understands this. We see the importance of digital media, of the digital economy at large, and the opportunity it represents for Canada and Canadians. You have told us of the unique strengths that Canada brings. And as your sector evolves from film and TV and gaming into medical imaging, virtual manufacturing, and the other areas of everyday life, the digital economy will provide an even more integral part of our lives and will become part of that life. And as a result, incredible opportunities are indeed opening up for Canadians with ideas. Now, more broadly, we know that the importance of leveraging ICT to propel our economic growth and enhance our quality of life. That is why we made it one of the 4 priority areas in our science and technology strategy, as Gary referenced. S&T indeed has been a consistent priority for our government. We see that Canada must be a world leader in innovation, science and technology. And we in the federal government want to do what we can to encourage that leadership. Success in the digital economy begins with putting in place the basic building blocks, the policies and the initiatives that will support it. And I can report that we've already begun. For example, in October 2 years ago, Industry Canada hosted an Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development forum on the participatory web to better understand the impact of new collaborative web services that are enabling users to develop and distribute web content. In particular, the forum looked at how to deal with transformative content creation, innovation, greater openness and access, while ensuring the rights of creators. This forum did important work and made a major contribution to the OECD ministerial briefing on the future of the Internet economy, which was held last summer in Seoul, South Korea. Now, let me just say that one of the components of the participatory web that I find most interesting is how governments can, should, and will interact more effectively with citizens. And as interactive platforms emerge, I certainly look forward to the day that we will see a fundamental change in how governments can consult, how citizens can participate in democracy, and how government services can be delivered more effectively. Now, of course, all government departments and agencies have a website, usually several, and many offer online services. But I think, as I know you will agree, this is still very early days. I know that we can do more, so certainly in a room like this, I invite you to share with us your ideas on how government can use the web better, both to provide information and services and to encourage greater engagement amongst citizens. I know that enhancing trust and confidence in the Internet is a key concern. As Canadians move even more online, they need to have confidence that their transactions are safe and their privacy secure. And that means they need to be free from threats and malware, counterfeit websites, spyware, and spam on the Internet. This is a particularly urgent issue here in Canada because we have the dubious distinction, I have to report, of being the source of almost 5% of the world's spam. In fact, measured as a percentage of spam that originates in a particular country, Canada stands 4th in the world, behind Russia and just ahead of Brazil. In fact, Canada is home to 17 of 40 of the world's highest volume spammers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this must change, and I can tell you that I'm committed to making sure that it does. A 2007 Ipsos Reid poll found that Canadians receive an average of 130 spam messages a week, up 51% just from the previous year. And a 2008 Phoenix survey of Canadian CEOs reported that fully 80% of Canadian CEOs consider spam to be a problem for their company in wasted time and lost productivity. And so, as the only G8 country not to have anti-spam laws, we knew that it was high time to act, and we did. In April, I introduced the proposed Electronic Communication Protection Act, significant legislation aimed at protecting the privacy and personal security of Canadians who use the Internet and boosting the confidence in the electronic marketplace. This legislation targets spam, identity theft, phishing and spyware, and proposes a consent-based approach to email marketing. When passed, prior consent from the recipient would be needed before marketers could send their message. Now, we understand the threat, so we gave the proposed law real teeth, with monetary penalties of up to a maximum of $1 billion per violation for individuals and up to $10 million for businesses. These penalties have been described by Michael Geist, of course, the Canada Research Chair in Internet and E-commerce Law at the University of Ottawa, as, quote, some of the toughest in the world. In addition, we've proposed a private right of action that will allow consumers and businesses to take civil action against anyone violating the Act. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our message to spammers is clear. We do not want you, we will not tolerate you, and if you try to operate in Canada, we will come after you.